Hey, Tyler, what do you do?
I'm a professional video game player. I travel across the country and compete playing video games.
Good luck to you, man. Make
Thanks.
some money.
Definitely.
I'm not follow your dream, man. Go for it. I ain't mad at you. My man. Okay, first of all, let me tell you who he is. He's an expert at video games. He makes over $1 million a month live streaming his game.
Did you ever stop to think that maybe, just maybe, the dinosaurs didn't go extinct because of an asteroid, but because they saw a glimpse of the internet and collectively decided that existence wasn't worth it anymore? I'm starting to think they were onto something. Welcome back to my channel, the digital equivalent of finding a hair in your soup repeatedly. Today, we're not diving into some new, festering corner of the web. Oh no, we're exhuming a corpse. A digital mummy wrapped in blue hair dye and sponsored energy drink wrappers. We're talking about Ninja. Remember him? The human embodiment of the phrase peaked in high school, except his high school was a video game and his diploma was a Twitch partnership. It's almost quaint now to think about a time when one person playing a cartoonish battle royale could command the attention of millions. It's like remembering when dial-up internet felt fast. A simpler, dumber time. Ninja, for those of you who've managed to scrub that particular brain stain from your memory, was the poster boy for Fortnite's brief but aggressive stranglehold on the cultural zeitgeist. He was the screaming, headset-clad avatar of a generation whose aspirations apparently capped out at professional gamer. And look, no judgment if that was your dream. We all have embarrassing teenage phases. Mine involved collecting Beanie Babies. Yours involved watching a grown man yell about virtual building. Tomato, both equally soul-crushing in retrospect. The rise of Ninja was a bizarre spectacle. It was like watching a particularly aggressive hamster suddenly crowned King of England. He was everywhere. Mainstream media appearances, talk shows, even that cringeworthy New Year's Eve stream where he looked like he'd rather be anywhere else on the planet, possibly undergoing root canal surgery without anesthetic. Remember that? It was the digital equivalent of your dad trying to be cool by wearing his baseball cap backwards. Painful to witness, yet you couldn't look away, like a car crash where both cars are driven by aggressively marketed cartoon characters. His fan base. Oh God, his fan base. A legion of preteens and emotionally stunted adults who hung on his every digitally distorted word. They'd spam his chat with emotes and inane questions, their digital devotion a stark reminder that maybe, just maybe, we've gone too far as a species. We built this incredible network of information and connection, and what do we use it for? To watch someone else play video games. It's like inventing the printing press and then only using it to print pamphlets advertising mayonnaise. And then, the inevitable, the hubris, the fall from grace. It wasn't a slow decline, mind you. It was more like driving a Lamborghini off a cliff because you thought the GPS lady said full speed ahead when she clearly said prepare for a mild incline. First, there was the move to Mixer, Microsoft's ill-fated attempt to compete with Twitch. It was a move so baffling, so devoid of any discernible logic, that it could only be explained by either an astronomical sum of money or a severe head injury, or both, probably both. Imagine leaving the biggest party in town to go to a slightly smaller, significantly less cool party hosted by your dad's awkward friend from work. That was Mixer, and Ninja was the awkward friend. The whole Mixer saga felt like a fever dream. Remember the hype? The supposed Twitch killer? It died faster than my Tamagotchi in 1997, and Ninja, the platform's supposed savior, was left standing in the digital rubble, looking around like he'd just woken up from a particularly potent edible. It was a masterclass in miscalculation, a real-world example of what happens when you mistake fleeting popularity for genuine influence. Then came the return to Twitch, the prodigal son returning to his slightly judgmental father, tail between his digital legs. But things were different. The throne wasn't waiting. The legions of adoring fans had, for the most part, moved on to the next brightly colored distraction. The internet has the attention span of a goldfish on 5 espressos. Loyalty is a myth. Today's hero is tomorrow's forgotten username. It's almost poetic in a darkly humorous way. The man who rode the wave of a cultural phenomenon, who became synonymous with a specific moment in gaming history, now struggles to maintain a fraction of his former glory. It's like that one-hit wonder band from the 90s still trying to tour, playing to half-empty pubs while desperately clinging to the memory of their one fleeting moment in the sun. Except instead of a catchy tune, Ninja's one hit was screaming obscenities at 12-year-olds. The content itself hasn't really really evolved, has it? It's still the same frantic gameplay, the same over-the-top reactions, the same desperate attempts to recapture the magic. But the magic is gone. The zeitgeist has shifted. Fortnite isn't the untouchable king it once was, and Ninja isn't its crown prince. He's more like that aging rock star who refuses to accept that his best days are behind him, still trying to stage dive into a crowd that's mostly there for the opening act. You have to wonder what goes through his head. Does he look at his dwindling viewer count and feel a pang of existential dread? Does he lie awake at night, haunted by the echoes of his own digitally amplified screams? Or is he just counting the money he made at his peak, secure in the knowledge that he can probably afford a lifetime supply of blue hair dye and energy drinks? Honestly, I hope it's the latter. The thought of him actually contemplating the fleeting nature of online fame is almost too depressing to consider. It's like imagining a sentient Roomba suddenly developing an awareness of its own meaningless existence, endlessly bumping into walls in a futile attempt to find purpose. The whole saga of Ninja is a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the fickle nature of internet fame. It's a digital morality play with a protagonist who, through a combination of luck, timing, and an uncanny ability to shriek at pixels, briefly ascended to the digital heavens only to come crashing back down to earth, and we, the morbidly curious spectators, watched the whole thing unfold, occasionally pausing to wonder if we should maybe spend less time online. Nah, probably not. The fanbase now is a shadow of its former self. The diehards remain, bless their cotton socks, or should I say, bless their aggressively branded gaming chairs. But the casual viewers have moved on. They're probably watching some new flavor of the month streamer, someone younger, louder, and with a fresh batch of digitally manufactured charisma. It's the circle of online life, a never-ending cycle of hype, peak, and eventual irrelevance. We're all just cogs in the content machine, briefly illuminated by the algorithm's fickle spotlight before being unceremoniously tossed into the digital recycling bin. And Ninja? He's still there, streaming away, a digital ghost of his former self. A reminder that internet fame is a fleeting illusion, a sugar rush that inevitably leads to a crash. It's like chasing a rainbow made of pixels. Beautiful for a moment, but ultimately intangible. And in the end, all you're left with is the lingering feeling that you probably could have spent your time doing something more productive, like learning to knit or finally organizing your sock drawer. But hey, at least we got some brain rot out of it, right? And isn't that what truly matters in this meaningless digital void we call the internet? Probably not. But who cares? The dinosaurs certainly didn't. And frankly, neither do I anymore. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I hear the sweet, dulcet tones of another viral TikTok trend calling my name. Maybe this one will finally be the one that breaks my brain completely. One can only hope.